Hey, what's going on, shrimp keepers? It is Wednesday. I just wanted to bring you a quick update video. I'm right in the middle of doing something, so I want to show you that I'm acclimating some shrimp. But before I show you guys what I got going on, I wanted to thank you all so very much. This past Saturday, I did a video on Royal Blues, just some tips, and to celebrate the video, I wanted to offer a special on them. And that special goes to this coming Saturday. The next Shrimp Saturday. And so if you guys haven't seen that series, check it out. But anyway, you guys just gave me an amazing amount of support, and I can't thank you guys enough. You guys went well beyond what I thought you would, and it's just so awesome, and I appreciate your guys' support. I mean, it means the world. It's what I do. It's why I do what I do, and I just love it. I love spreading this hobby because I'm so passionate about it. So it's really cool to spread that to you guys, and to get someone else to try shrimp for once and find the love that I know most of us have. So it's really cool. Anyway, let me get into acclimating. And so this is just how I do it. So before I actually talk about acclimating, let me show you what I got going on. I just set these tanks up. I set up every tank. I got these mineral stones in here, which I don't really know if they work or not, but they were already in the tank, so I just reused them. I ordered them in like 3 years ago when I first got into this building, 2 years ago, whatever it was, and they were in the tank. So those aren't important. Ignore those. Indian almond leaf, always put these in my tanks, and then Malaysian driftwood. The reason this tank looks so foggy is because I just dumped a bunch of bacteria in there that I got from another tank to get it instantly cycled. And so I set both tanks up this way. Indian almond leaf, Malaysian driftwood, sand. Just your standard pool filtered sand. I bought 50 blue dreams for this tank, and 50 blue velvets for this tank. And this is just how I keep track. I know if the colony's going in the right direction or not. Because with this many tanks, sometimes you just forget. Hey, did I get 20 shrimp or did I get 50? It's hard to remember how many you start off with. But anyway, so I'm gonna stop boring you guys with all the side details. How to actually acclimate shrimp. This is my best method. This is what I use all the time. I always do this, always, always, always. And so what I do, I just get your standard airline tubing. The key is to put in the tank only about 2 inches because I'm using 5-gallon buckets. I don't want this to overflow. So I know if for whatever reason, if I forget about this, I know that if this drains all the way down to the bottom of this tube, it's not going to overflow to the 5-gallon bucket down below. And so it goes up and over. You start the siphon, you clip it on here, and then you come down here. I got it clipped on down here again, and then I got a little airline valve down here. And then I set it to where it's dripping about 1 drop per second, maybe a little bit more, maybe a little bit less, but right in that area. And then this is going to drip for about 24 hours. The longer, the better, and that's my philosophy. And it's kind of like, I started doing this because of lack of time. Like, I didn't have time to sit here and acclimate them, so I set them up before I went to bed, and then wake up in the morning, come back to the warehouse, and get them in the tanks. And I found that I had such a higher success rate with it, so I started messing with some different details as I acclimated shrimp. And what I found is shrimp, with the same as a lot of creatures, they have what's called TDS shock. And so TDS shock is basically, first of all, TDS stands for total dissolved solids. It's just the mineral content that is in your water, whether it be organics like poop, nitrates, different things like that, or it actually be like the general hardness or KH, and which is carbonate hardness. And so it's just that total measurement. And so usually when you get shrimp in, they've been in the bag for a little bit. So your TDS, if you measure it, when you measure it with a TDS pen, you can get on Amazon. But you measure the TDS, usually it's higher than what the shrimp are actually used to. And so if I get shrimp in, say they're in 300 TDS water, and I put them in 100 TDS water, that is going to be a really, really hard transition for them. So you want to try to match the TDS best as possible. So if I get shrimp in that are from 400 TDS, I will try to make the tank water about 300, and just temporarily and slowly wean them down. But drip acclimating them is definitely one way to ease them into the new water. I highly recommend it. 24 hours is the best. I mean, you don't have to go as far as the scale that I'm at. You could use a Tupperware container and do a drip every 10 seconds or a drip every 5 seconds, something like that, and really take your time acclimating them. That is the way that you're going to ensure that the shrimp are the least amount of stressed and they do better. This also will temperature acclimate them, you know, pH acclimate them, all that kind of stuff. And so this, I found, is a really good method. These are the blue velvets. I just want to show you. These are the blue dreams that I got in. They look really good. I got a pretty good deal on them. I try not to buy imported shrimp ever, and so whenever I see a hobbyist selling shrimp, I always want to support our local hobbyists and get them from them. And I usually buy from them. So that's always good. I always find higher success rates. You know, just like I always preach to you guys, USA bred is better than imported any day of the week. And so I'm getting these guys in, so hopefully this will be a good new colony for me that I'll be able to mix bloodlines with, and all will be good. But this one's going a little bit faster than a drop per second. This is probably 2 drops per second or drop and a half, something like that. But again, I only got this down about 2 inches or so. That way, if I forget about it, it's not going to overflow. So that's what I got for you guys. Hopefully that tip helps you. Again, TDS shock is one of the main killers of shrimp, especially as they acclimate to a tank. You know, it might not die right away. It might be in the first month. As I always say, the first month is the red zone. That's when you're going to have the majority of your losses. You're going to find out what shrimp are going to live, what aren't going to live. So never panic in the first month. Drip acclimate increases your odds of keeping your shrimp alive. My little tip on a Wednesday. Hope you guys make it a great week, and I will talk with you soon. Later.